Greetings, cartoon fans, Energygirl fans, Earthlings, and fellow citizens everywhere. This is the third installment in the creation of a commissioned Energygirl work for a longtime fan who we will call Cape Cod Dave. As you can see, the work is coming along fine. We are about 2/3 of the way through the very narrow permanent black inking stage, and we are now going to proceed to the next stage, which is using a thicker tipped black pen to add detail. Energygirl is a middle-aged super lady due to advanced DNA, etc., etc., etc. And my name is Ken Bailey. I'm her creator and have been writing and drawing her stories since 2004. Okay, the reason we use the permanent black pen is now to set items apart, bring them out, and separate them from one another. We're not going to trace the entire thing with the permanent pen. We'll just go over the outlines, major shapes, and etc. Black tends to draw attention to itself. So we use black sparingly, but we use it to what we call balance the drawing. The more black we put in certain places, the more it tends to draw the eye to those places. Like, for instance, just a few lines. Close your eyes and open them. Notice they go right to E-Girl's cape. So again, drawing in a very free manner. The shadow under the car we will add. Again, we want to outline Energygirl's hairstyle here. Holding the camera with one hand, drawing with the other hand is a bit harder than it appears. Once I am rich and wealthy and all that stuff, I'm going to hire a separate cameraman for these amateur videos, and everybody will be a lot happier. But word to the wise, don't hold your breath. I have been creating comic books since the very early 1960s, and I think starving type middle-class, working-class artist is more likely where I'm going to stay. If I were going to be rich, I think it would have happened by now. But who knows? You never know. For many people, they like to live their dream and what they choose to do for a living. For the rest of us, we do for a living what we need to do to pay for our dream, and we do our dream in our spare time. I fall into kind of the latter category. But I can tell you that cartooning, especially comic book art for me, which is my specialty — I do other types of artwork besides just comic books — is a great way. You come home tired from work, you've had a tough day, so you send your super lady out to smash some evil robots, and before you know it, you're feeling much better. And of course, the storytelling part is just as much fun as the art. For some of us, for the rest of us, if you like to write, you hook up with a cartoonist. If you like to draw, you get yourself a good writer. It's a very, very big tent when it comes to this hobby. Okay, you can already see how things are starting to stand out a little bit more. By the way, here are our two bad guys. They're kind of gentle bad guys for this time. They moved from Chicago to Fairview with part of a gang, discovered they had a female superhero, Energygirl, and have been still much happier to battle Energygirl in a small town than move back to Chicago where there's so much competition. So they tend to be angry and all, but really you've almost got kind of a love-hate relationship between our two bad guys. I'd like to introduce them. This is Nutso Morelli and Fingers Malone. I believe Nutso is the one with the mustache and the beard, but don't always remember. And by now they have been battling Energygirl for the better part of a decade, and it's really almost like, the old-fashioned bad guys, who battle during the day and then punch out, and they spend the night together at the local ball game enjoying each other's company, and then the next day they go back to work again as enemies. This is the final appearance of these two dudes from the Vinny Da Vinci gang, because I've been told they are too silly, and maybe they are, maybe they aren't, but it's time to move on. Okay, this does give you an example of heavy inking and the difference it makes. We're going to close this portion. When we come back, on to color.